Enrique Olivieri, based out of South Florida, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, fashion photography. It's my second.
It's your second?
Yes.
Okay.
As a wedding, I'm not a wedding photographer. I've avoided that like COVID. So the biggest thing was that I had to get out my comfort zone, right? And I said, weddings. And when I first saw London was asking about weddings, I said, she was saying we're going to do it on weddings. I said, I don't think I'm going to go. Then I said, no, this is where you're uncomfortable. And this is where you have to step forward, and you're going to have to, even if you don't do weddings, you need to learn more about how they're done, the structure, like how everything is done, the production. And I just said, well, let me give it a shot. And I said, I'll learn. And I did. I definitely did. I was a little uncomfortable at first, but then I said, okay, well, you know your camera, we're good. I don't like shooting outdoors. I'm spoiled. I shoot a lot indoors, and it was good, definitely. It was really enlightening. The biggest thing I guess I learned, which is a really good learning experience, I rated like I've shot children, and that was just a one-man show. Now I'm a fashion photographer. I do a lot of editorials in New York, Miami, Austin, Texas, Colombia, wherever I'm called to do it, or wherever I'm asked to go to work. I saw how, I guess it's, it's the way it's, I wouldn't say produced, or the way it's run. Like I've worked with creative directors, and I saw like a wedding photographer has probably more pressure than anyone else. I kind of saw that, and I'm listening to them, and they're telling me, you only have this much time, and you're going to miss the shot. And I said, I don't want to mess up no one's wedding. That's why I guess I was never a wedding photographer. I don't want to be that guy.
Maybe 35 seconds.
But I saw like the way it's run, like the system from the start to end, and the shots that were needed, the close-up shots, the regular shots. I said, okay, so this is like a high fashion editorial in like 20 minutes. And he said, wow, it gives you a different type of respect for it.
Rough, if they have a Diamonds in the Rough 2027, would you come to Diamonds in the Rough 2027?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Okay, the story with Tabari, here goes. I went to my first WPPI 4 years ago, and I did the photo Ike's desert shoot with him. And I met Tabari, the first person I met when I got there. And we talked. He said, the guy's a great guy. He knows what he's doing. I don't like shooting outdoors. Even back then, nothing's ever changed with that. And he says, go on high-speed sync and everything will be okay. And I said, wow, that's what other people do, and I don't usually shoot. Most of my stuff is studio work. And I picked it up. In London, I met her at the second one, the first Diamond in the Rough. And we went out to the neon place. And that was a lot of fun. And I said, wow, these are good people. And, this is my WPPI family. That's where I see it. And we've stayed in contact with each other, like on social media. And it's like, you feel connected with him. And he lives on the other side of Florida than I do. But we all meet up at the same place every year. So I think that's great. I think I'm fortunate to have that.